And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we are live. So now at this point in time, India, I take a few moments to share the broadcast out. You just go right to my
Okay,
page and then you just share it out to
will
the
do.
groups. How's everybody doing tonight? Be right with you. Be right with you. We got a special guest in the building tonight, India Dawn. All
Hello,
right.
hello, hello.
Everybody
Sharing
matriculate on
screen.
in. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. Let's get our group share with one more group, and then that's going to be it.
Oh,
Okay. All right. And we are live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great evening, everybody. This is Dr. Larry White Sr. broadcasting live from the Dr. Larry White Sr. Show. And listen, I'm just so blessed to have this amazing woman of God on the show tonight. We had some
amen.
technical difficulties last week, so I guess it was meant for her to have her own show. So a couple of service announcements I got to make before we actually go live with
Sure,
our
take
guests
your-
is that I just want to thank everybody for coming to Atlanta. Deposit Your Dreams into Success tour continues. We started in Atlanta. We had another one up here, excuse me, in the DC area. We're headed to Los Angeles and wherever the Lord is going to take us. So thank you so much, everybody, for coming out to Atlanta, your donations and everything, in the middle of COVID-19 to still be able to do some really nice things. Shout out to everybody. Too many people to thank. But let's get right to it.
Mhm.
This amazing woman of God, she brought a few of
Amen.
my books. And thank you so much. Y'all share the broadcast. Let's get this thing up to 20, 30, 40, 50 people because we're going to drop some golden nuggets tonight. We did an impromptu book signing at Smashing Grapes Wine Bar a few weeks ago before I went to Atlanta. I said, hey, come on down to Atlanta. And she was like, I ain't going to make it, Doc. She had a nice prayer walk, which was amazing. Then she ended up coming to our black tie event a couple of weeks ago. And I said, Jackie, Lisa Harwell, y'all go in there and recruit this sister. Now she is a signature entrepreneur and mastermind member, SIMS as we call it. India Dawn, I want to welcome you to the Dr. Larry White Senior Talk Show. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you so much for having me on your show. It's an honor to be on your show.
You have an amazing spirit.
Thank
I got a
you.
few. I got a few shout outs to do, and we're gonna get right into the interview here.
Okay.
I had promised Pamela Cox Starks by way of Gary, Indiana, and Texas. Shout out to you, Pamela Cox Starks. Thank you for contributing to my books, to my initiatives. Pam out of Texas by way of Gary, Indiana. Shout out to Jackie Hollywood Mims, Godspeed Recovery, R. Wesley Webb, Courtney Lee Smith. Come on, y'all, give us some likes, give us some hearts. Share the broadcast out. We're getting ready to get right into it. So for those, India, who may not know who you are, tell us a little bit about who you are, both personally and professionally.
Personally, I'm a mother. I'm a grandmother. Some would say I'm a young grandma, but I am about 48 years old. Some may think I'm 30. But my platform is Sparkle with India Dominant, and that's the platform where I inspire and I like to lift up women and children to shine and live their best life, to thrive also, meaning to grow, meaning that we have to overcome some things in order to shine. And that would be overcoming negative emotions, negative thinking, and turning it into positive thinking so that we can see the blessed life that God gave us to have. And that's the gist of it. And the other part is that I like to encourage other leading women to be a light into the world, meaning that when you have overcome and come through your breakthrough and you have testimonies, that you should go out and be a light to other women and bring them out of their storms.
Absolutely. And again, shout out to Pamela Cox Starks out of Texas. She's chimed in. Courtney, all of you all that are sharing this broadcast out. I love you. Y'all been rocking with me for about a year and a half. We have one of the nation's top talk show / podcast, whatever they want to call it. I just bring everybody on board that are blessing. And I just have to thank everybody. Listen, let me see. They matriculating in to see you. Oh, shout out to Lisa Harwell. Shout out to Sharon. Jake Bullock is in the building. Dr. Toy Dennis. One thing I can tell you, you always can count on signature entrepreneurs and masterminds to share your broadcasts out. Shout out to the entire Sims family. And I'm just showing my sister I've never met her, but we're going to Dallas. We're not going to make it to Houston this year, but we're going to Dallas. So Pamela Cox Starks, thank you. It's a woman of God, a beautiful young lady. I watch her. She does some great things, her and her family out there. And we're going to come to Dallas, and hopefully y'all in Houston, San Antonio. I'm bringing the tour. I'll be in San Diego in a couple of weeks. Sharon J. Bullock, all of you all. Listen, all right, I got an amazing woman. We got a lot to get through. So talk to us about what inspired you to be an author? What inspired you to be a community leader and community activist?
You know, those things just happen. I would say I've always been an encourager. I've always been someone who wanted to see people do better. I've always been the one that people come to for encouragement and enlightenment. So it just became natural. I'd say started serving in the church, started serving in the family, started serving in community, and it just became a natural thing. Serving with the homeless shelter at my church. It's just a natural thing when you have it already in the inside of you.
You know, I like that. I think now that you're a signature entrepreneur and I'm the national chairman, I think we put you on the outreach committee for
Yes, I'm happy about that.
So you get a chance to work with Jackie Hollywood Mims. Thank you so much, Lisa Harwell. Lisa, that was an amazing demo today. I'm all about shout outs. Be with people that will celebrate you. You know,
Amen.
Be celebrated. Be celebrated. All right, everybody. And I just love that. What made you buy my books, and what made you come to the event a couple of Fridays ago? What vision did God give you to believe in me, for one, and purchase the books and also join the Signature Entrepreneur?
It's, it's a journey that you on. Like last year, I was on a journey where God was breaking down things in my life. God broke down things. I became solo. It was just me and God. I had to walk in some obedience with God and walk away from some things and some people. I had been in prayer for a very long time about the circle that God wanted me to be in. And, you know, you and I I don't know how we got connected, but we have been connected for a while. And I noticed you, and something was peculiar about it, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And then as time went on, God has a way, God said he turns the heart of a king. God has a way of putting favor in people. So he'll begin to direct you towards people. And then you don't really know why at first. But once you start seeing it on the regular, you have to start paying attention to it. And then I don't know what happened between you and I. We become more connected. And then when you brought out your two books, which are two of my favorite titles, Walking in Excellence and Iron Sharpens Iron. Those are two of my favorite topics in the Bible. Those things just resonated with me. And then as I went to prayer and you and I began to talk more about the mission we could do together, I began to pray about that together, and God kept talking mastermind to me, kept poking out that word mastermind. And, that's the group that Sims is all about, the mastermind teams. So, you just pay attention to what the Spirit shows you. So I think we have a divine connection.
Amen. Pamela, I'm picking on Pamela tonight because I asked her maybe like 2 hours ago to join, and this has been really cool. I have my standard listeners. Shout out to Lisa Harwell and Sharon J. Bullock. So I'm going to get Sharon J. Jackie, Sylvia, all of you all that have been with me for a year, some change. But I'm picking on Pamela Cox Starks tonight in a great way. She says, in a replication for you, positive reinforcement women light up the world. Amen.
Amen.
And it's just a really good synergy there. But listen, we talked offline. You never know who will buy your book when you buy one, when you publish one. You just hope that someone, if it was just one person that I've touched. I got a call today or an inbox via Facebook, and I have to get her name. But she said that my book, When Men Lean In, We All Win, saved someone's life. And I was like, you know what, Lord, when I prayed about that book, and I'm struggling tonight as a Black man, because every Black man, Black sisters, we have just been getting shot and killed like 6-7 days in a row. My wife and I were just talking about Breonna Taylor. Now we have so many things to think about as entrepreneurs and community leaders, India, where it's hard to go to work. It's hard to do the show when you look on the news, another mom and dad have lost a son, lost a daughter. And so I look at the things that we're doing, our prayer walk, our fasting, our books that we write to empower people, because it's tough times. We're in the middle of COVID-19 and we got to turn on the news and see that a Caucasian officer could not tell the difference between a taser and a real gun. Give me a break. With 26 years of experience. So I commend you for being on your spiritual journey to inspire me to keep going, because sometimes you don't know who's listening. So tell us a little bit about your collaboration. You did a book collaboration. Tell us a little bit about that. How did it get started, and who's involved?
Okay, let me go ahead and give a shout out to Sheena Moten. Sheena, if you're listening, thank you so much for this collaboration. Sheena's vision for this was My Whole Self Matters. Now, this is a woman's journal that I did as a co-author with about 11 other women. And it is an empowerment journal. It's called Casting Out Mental Baggage, which was right in my purpose. What you'll hear me talk a lot throughout time about impact. My purpose, my main thing about reaching people is that I want to impact people. What I can say about this book, mostly, it probably impacted me the most because when I started writing, there were a lot of tears. There was a lot of deep thinking, going back in time, figuring out. God revealed some things to me about why I had certain mental baggage. Negative mental baggage, and he took me to a couple of places. So this book for me was a part of my healing after divorce. So to me, being a book writer is very important. Writing is special, even if you are not a book writer, because it could be a part of your healing. So I shout this out to Sheena Moten. She has a whole program on My Whole Self Matters. If you want to know more about it, you can contact Sheena Moten.
Absolutely. Is there a website where we can go purchase the book?
Sheena Moten, she's on Facebook. And I think the website is My Whole Self Matters.
Well, look, you're part of that. You're part of that.
Anymore. I was. Say that again.
You're co-author in that book, correct?
I'm a co-author. Yes, absolutely.
So shout out to Sheena Mosley, but we want to know, my listening audience, my Sims member, how we can purchase the book from you.
Okay, well, I'll talk about it. I don't have any more. I had kind of I'm more excited about my new project, but yeah, I can talk to Sheena about it. We could.
Yeah, get you some copies ordered. Get you some copies ordered.
I have to connect with Sheena to find out more.
Okay, get you some copies ordered, and we will order them from you and things of that nature. So what upcoming events do you have? One of the things that I love what you said is that this show is about 4 pillars: empowerment, inspiration, leadership, and entrepreneurship. People say, hey, what's your format of your show? Empowerment, inspiration, leadership, and entrepreneurship. And you check all 4 of those boxes. So tell us a little bit about what's coming up for you. Obviously, we're going to put you to work here in the Sims group. Shout out again to my sister in Christ down in the A, Courtney Lee Smith. She's so sharp. I'm going to have to assign her. You know, I'm your mentor on one side. I'm gonna have to assign her as your empowerment mentor. She's so amazing, a true iron. But tell us about some upcoming events that you have, and also go ahead and tell everybody the idea that you told me about after we do our prayer call May 1st. You had an idea about fasting, because I told you I've been fasting for the past 3 days. That's why I'm real sharp. I've been doing a modified fast for the past 3 days. I look sharp. I feel great, because when you fast, the Holy Spirit gets to manifest into your body, and then all that fleshly stuff go out the way. So tell us about some upcoming events that you have, and tell us a little bit about your idea of a fast after our May 1 prayer call.
Okay, we have another walk coming up. We have to set a date. We have some people that are interested in doing the walk. They were excited when they saw some of the fun we had, because everything I do, I want to have fun. I want to show life is energetic. It's fun. We laugh. You're supposed to enjoy life. Another thing, you don't know about this, but Sharon and I, we were discussing some community work that I would like to start doing in the community, because I'm all about community. I would like to get with some orphanages in the area where we can get some little girls together with some leaders in the area, because I think that we have a lot of strong leaders in Prince George's County that are not in the forefront for little girls and little boys are in orphanages or in shelters. And, you know, we get some leaders who are interested in coming together to do curriculums and programs and doing little empowerment programs for little girls. I think that would be also something that would be strong for the community side of
And
Sims.
listen, I have a correction. Pamela Cox Starks, I apologize, not Texas, but Arizona. But we will be coming to Phoenix as well. Pamela Cox Starks, Gary, Indiana, by way of Arizona. Sorry about that, sister. I appreciate you. And she says, hi, India. Lisa Harwell.
Hi. Hey, Lisa.
Oh, wow.
And shout out to my new Sims family, because you guys embrace me so well. I love you guys. I love my new Sims family.
I started the mastermind group out of, God put it on my spirit in 2016 to start a mastermind group. So we've been celebrating 5 years. So I'm going to put that out today. And, when no one would support me, if it wasn't, family members, and I don't mean like my wife and children, but like, cousins and things of that nature, family may not support your book, may not support your vision. And I got tired of it. I was always supporting people, writing checks to people, but I wasn't getting an ROI, return on my investment. So by the grace of God, I started the mastermind group. We've been going for 5 years, and you can always count on someone from the Sims family to give you a call, check on you, send you a text message. I was on the phone for 4 hours today, throughout the day, helping Sims members. Shout out to Dr. Toy. We got her website. She's like, Doc, people came by my book. We fixed it. God has given me a skill set to help other people. And so that's what the Sims family is about, having a support where maybe you were not getting it through your family, your church members, your coworkers. We got you. We don't have all the answers, but we're going to give you some support, and you fit right on in. So thank you for praying about it. That's very important. That's very key, because you got to pray about being in here, because it should be a reciprocation. So I love your spirit. We got started early, so we're going to end up here in a few moments. What have you been doing during COVID-19? What have you been up to? It's been tough. A lot of people have been going through a lot. Financial hard strains. We've talked about the senseless killings of our Black and brown people. What have you been up to during COVID-19?
During COVID-19, outside of being very busy with my job, because everything turned into telework. Outside of that, behind the scenes, I became a server. Whether it was for my family, someone who needed, there was someone who came in who needed help with overnight shelter. I mean, there are little things that go on in secret. God said, if you do for me in secret, he'll do for you in the public. So I was doing a lot of serving behind the scenes. Other than I had to help with a funeral with a family member. I did a lot of pruning and a lot of praying and a lot of spending time with God, because it was also my wilderness time. God was telling me that this moment was coming, that a new season was coming. So there was a lot of working on me, and there was a lot of going through things to break out of my life, so to speak, some distractions. Distractions. When Satan knows you have something big coming, he will constantly send distractions in your life, and you have to recognize them, and you have to pay attention to what God is telling you to do, and you have to be willing to do what God is asking you to do. So that was a part of my year last year. I realized that also working and without getting some enjoyment out of life was too much also. And you have to balance life. If you work, you also have to enjoy life, because what good is it to work and then die? You know what I mean? So I'm all about enjoying life and spreading that light about life is grand and abundant if you walk it in the light.
I that is, I love the way you said that. I will say, and I'm gonna say this very carefully. There has been a lot of death, and there's been a lot of pain during COVID-19, but there's also been a lot of blessings as well. Anytime I face some adversity, I try to figure out a way to turn it around into a positive. My 9-to-5 laid me off in July, sent me home. Basically, I was what you call furloughed, and it gave me an opportunity to love on my family, hit pause, write a best-selling book. And so I never give Satan a lot of credit. A lot of time people, Satan got me. There's Satan, there's God, and then there's free will. And so I have that spirit of discernment to understand. I know when I'm being attacked. Like early today, just about an hour ago, an individual hacked my Instagram page. Sad. I've got, every time something good happens, someone tries to go and create a fake account. Now that's Satan right there. But I do understand that we have to persevere through those things, because what God has for you, as far as your journey, where it's entrepreneurship, if it's a 9 to 5, being a great father, great husband, great wife, great grandfather, mother, like you said, you're 48 and you're a grandmother. You don't look a day over 25. So God has done well for you. And you know what? When we were talking, I want to thank you for being transparent. We were talking last week, and you mentioned you had attained the COVID-19 virus, and I believe your grandson had caught it. Yeah, and here's the testimony. Here you are, still standing. I didn't know you at the time, and you could have easily went down that road and say, "Hey, Doc, I had some bad days." But when I first met you, you were upbeat. You were like, "How can I be a blessing to you? Can I purchase your book?" And it was later when you mentioned that. So you have that zeal, you have that tenacity to just fight through. So you're right there. Where do you see yourself in business in 5 years? What do you see yourself in business in 5 years?
Oh, I'm working on an online line. One of my gifts is decorating. So my online business it's definitely under my platform, Sparkle with India Dawn. It's going to be inspirational products for home decors. So it will be product that people can put in their homes that's inspirational, but for decor.
Well, you're going to have to talk to Lisa Harwell, who has an online store as we speak right now. And I want to shout out to Lisa Harwell. She's building an online store. She's the guru of it. Sims family, we do have a workshop this Saturday at 10 a.m. Go to Lisa Harwell's page. You can register. It is free to Sims members. It's $20 for non-Sims members. Sims stands for Signature Entrepreneurs and Masterminds. So we do have a workshop this Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. And shout out to Courtney Lee Smith, because I'm on her show, 11 a.m. Eastern. I will tell you all, if you're a part of the mastermind member team and you miss meetings, you can't fault us. We have so much going on. And look at India. She's come in. She hung out with us twice. And so she definitely, can see the fruit of labor, the fruits that we're putting in the labor, and I'm blessed. So come on, members, we need y'all, and we need y'all in the building. 10 a.m. for Lisa Harwell's broadcast and her workshop this Saturday. I need everybody in the building, all 30-something members, and then we need y'all right there to support Courtney Lee Smith every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. 2 more questions before we get you out of here, India. You've been absolutely amazing tonight. If someone is struggling right now during COVID-19, during this era, people have been vaccinated, some people have not. We had a setback the other day. The J&J vaccination has been put on pause. People got sick, blood clots. If someone is struggling to start their business, struggling to write their book, what encouraging advice would you give them to keep pushing on?
Keep pushing on by speaking positive language to yourself. Keep pushing on by coming away from negative influences. Keep pushing on by getting up every day to do something towards your goals. Be very vigilant about distractions. Be vigilant about things that come in to tear your focus away from what you're trying to do. Be vigilant about the words you speak and the thoughts you think. And most important, be vigilant of reading the Word of God, because that's where your inspiration comes from. He's the one who gives you the power to produce wealth.
You nailed that one. You nailed that one. I got to tell you, when I look down here, look, your sisters is like, this is your sisters. All right, man, where y'all at, bros? Where the bros at? The golf course is closed. The bowling alley closed. Jackie and them say, India Dawn, heart. She like this.
I love Jackie. That's my sister.
Lisa Harwell, Love, Courtney, Sharon J. Sharon J, I like that. Sharon J. Not Strong J, but Sharon J. Dr. Clarice Cavanaugh, see you in 2 weeks in California. You are in the building. Wonderful conversation with you the other night, all of you all. Dr. Clarice Cavanaugh, love you, sister. Love Jackie. God speed recovery, Jackie Hollywood Mims. Sheena Mooten is in the building. Your girl Sheena.
Sheena Moten.
Sheena.
Yay, Sheena.
All right. Last question we have for you. First of all, I want to thank everybody for being on the show tonight. It's been great. We get you in, we get you out quick. I'm not one for long, drawn out shows. It's 9 to 9:30. We came on a little early. We're going to finish up a little early. I love the 17 people that hung in there with us. We got up to around 20.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. And then people catch the replay. We've been broadcasting live on Facebook. That's just Facebook. We also live on YouTube. We also live on Twitter and also live on Periscope. And I want to thank the listening audience, but I also want to thank you, India Dawn, for coming on the show tonight, 2 weeks in a row. Thank you for your donations, investing in the group. We really appreciate you. Shout out to R. Wesley Webb. We will see you in the building tomorrow, sir. We will see you in the building. And I got some amazing guests coming up tomorrow night, some educators. So I know they're going to drop the mic. Last words, India Dawn, that you want to leave our audience, and also give us contact information, because this woman of God is available for speaking engagements, y'all. She's working on her new book. She's a powerhouse. I'm blessed to be flanked with her. It should work both ways. It worked both ways. She asked me to be her business mentor, y'all. She prayed about it. I prayed about it. So I took the assignment. What a huge honor. Told her I won't let her down. We'll get her to the next level. I got something. As a matter of fact, I have an assignment for you. It's right here, if I may grab it.
Okay. You're gonna tell me my assignment publicly, huh?
So when I see you tomorrow, I'm gonna show you this magazine. This is the very first magazine I was ever in. Emerge magazine. It's cold. So one of the first assignments I'm gonna ask you is to turn to page 16. Right? You turn to page 16. Get to it really quickly. Turn to page 16, if I may, real quick, y'all. Bear with me. And we get to page 16, and here we go. I know they like, Doc, get to the page. All right, page 16. And I'm gonna work with you a little bit. Okay, I'm on 14, so here we go. Page 16, and bam, I was graced to be in this, and I want you to read this article so you can, because I want you to see the work I put in to get in on this magazine, and that'll get you started on your journey. Just a little homework, but this is going to be your gift tomorrow. I kind of let the cat out the bag, but this is about 5-6 years ago, right? And so shout out to Marisa Bludor, and I was in a lot of magazines with Emmett Smith, Steve Harvey, but never have I been on the cover. So I was on my first cover of the magazine, Own It magazine, there last month, February. So we need contact information for you so people can contact you.
I'm online. First, 2 Facebook pages. India Dawn is one, but Sparkle with India Dawn is also Facebook. sparklewithindiadawn@gmail.com. I do have a website domain, but I do not have a website built yet. But that is coming soon.
I think I can help you with that as your business mentor. I think I can help you with that.
I know.
Yeah, I just happen to build landing pages and websites on the side. I think I can help you with that and give you a very good discounted rate, better than GoDaddy and all those great people. Listen, India Dawn, thank you so much for being on the show tonight.
Thank you for having me on the show, Dr. White.
No, my pleasure. This is not my normal night, y'all. We had to get my sister on, but I will be back up here tomorrow night with some amazing women of God. Let me just tell you who they are. They are Dr. Sheikah Houston and Principal Tammy Taylor will be in the building tomorrow night. Some educators and some authors. And so God keeps blessing me week after week with great folks. And everybody, round of applause for India Dawn tonight. Yeah. She did it.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Good night, y'all. Thank you so much for sharing, and we'll see you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. God bless you.
God bless.